Welcome to my channel Bookish English. Let me ask you something painful. When you speak English, do people really listen to you, or do they just wait for you to finish? Maybe you know words. Maybe you understand English. Maybe you can read, listen, and write. But when it is time to speak, your voice becomes small. Your mind freezes. Your confidence disappears. And suddenly, even simple English feels heavy. This video is not for people who want soft motivation. This video is for learners who are tired of sounding nervous, weak, and unsure. Today, I will show you how to speak like a CEO in English. Calm, clear, powerful, and respected. You will learn how to remove weak words, control nervousness, stop rambling, answer pressure, and speak with real confidence. Stay until the end, because one clear sentence can change how people hear you forever. Chapter 1. Stop sounding weak. Listen carefully, because this may hurt a little. If people are not taking your English seriously, maybe the problem is not only your grammar. Maybe the problem is not only your vocabulary. Maybe the problem is not only your accent. Maybe the real problem is this: you are speaking like your words need permission to exist. You open your mouth, but before your sentence even begins, your confidence is already hiding. You say, "Sorry, my English is not good." You say, "Maybe I am wrong." You say, "I think, maybe, I don't know." And then you wonder why your English does not sound powerful. My dear learner, this is not innocent. This is dangerous. Every weak word you use before your message is like putting dust on your own voice. Today, I want you to understand one harsh truth. People do not only listen to your words, they listen to your certainty. They listen to your energy. They listen to your control. You may say a correct sentence, but if your voice is shaking, if your eyes are running away, if your sentence is full of fear, people will not feel your intelligence. They will feel your nervousness. And this is painful because many English learners are not stupid. They are not lazy. They are not empty. They have ideas. They have dreams. They have stories. They have opinions. But when the moment comes to speak, they shrink. Their English becomes smaller than their mind. Their mouth becomes weaker than their knowledge. And that is the real tragedy. Speaking like a CEO does not mean you must own a company. It does not mean you must wear a suit. It does not mean you must use big business words that even native speakers do not use every day. No, speaking like a CEO means speaking like a person who believes the message has value. A CEO does not speak to beg. A CEO speaks to lead. A CEO does not throw 20 confusing sentences into the room and hope people understand. A CEO speaks one clear idea, gives one strong reason, and moves the conversation forward. That is what you must learn. Your English can be simple, but your confidence must never sound cheap. Many of you have been trained to think that confidence will come after perfect English. This is a lie, a very beautiful lie, but still a lie. You think, when my grammar becomes perfect, I will speak confidently. No. You think, when I learn more vocabulary, I will speak powerfully. No. You think, when my accent becomes perfect, people will respect me. Again, no. Confidence is not waiting at the end of perfect English. Confidence is built while you are still learning. If you wait for perfect English, before you speak with power, you will wait for years. And during those years, other people with simple English, but stronger confidence, will speak, grow, lead, and move forward while you are still hiding behind maybe. Now let us clean your mouth from weak English. Stop saying, "Sorry, my English is not good." That sentence may feel polite, but it tells people, "Please do not expect much from me." Say this instead. Let me explain it simply. Feel the difference. One sentence makes you look ashamed. The other sentence makes you look controlled. Stop saying, "Maybe I am wrong." Say, "Here is my honest opinion." Stop saying, "I think maybe this is good." Say, "This is a good option because." Stop saying, "Can I say something?" Say, "I want to add one important point." Stop saying, "I don't know how to say it." Say, "Give me one moment. I will explain it clearly." These are not difficult sentences. They are simple, but they carry weight. They sound like you respect your own voice. And do not misunderstand me. I am not telling you to become rude. I am not telling you to become arrogant. I am not telling you to act like you know everything. That is not CEO communication. That is insecurity wearing a loud mask. Real confidence is calm. Real confidence is clear. Real confidence does not need to shout. It does not need to attack. It does not need to prove every second. Real confidence says, "This is my point." Real confidence says, "The reason is simple." Real confidence says, "The next step is this." That is power. Not noise, not drama, not fake energy. Power. Look at your daily English. How many times do you kill your own sentence before it becomes strong? You say, "I just wanted to ask." Why just? Why are you making your question smaller? Say, "I have one question." You say, "I am not sure, but maybe we can." Why are you burying your idea under fear? Say, "I suggest we try this." You say, "Sorry, can you listen to me?" Why are you apologizing for speaking? Say, "I want to share something important." Your words are not small animals. Stop treating them like they are afraid of the room. Here is the painful part. If you keep speaking weakly, people may not wait long enough to discover your intelligence. This world is not always patient. In interviews, meetings, online calls, classrooms, and conversations, people make quick judgments. They hear your first sentence. They see your face. They feel your energy. And quickly, they decide, is this person confident or unsure? That may sound unfair, but it is real. So your job is not to cry about it. Your job is to train. Train your first sentence. Train your pause. Train your voice. Train your simple, strong words. From today, I want you to practice 4 CEO sentence starters. Number 1, my point is. Number 2, the main problem is. Number 3, the best option is. Number 4, the next step is. These 4 sentence starters can change the way you sound. If someone asks, "What do you think?" do not panic. Say, "My point is simple." If someone asks about a problem, say, "The main problem is." If someone asks for a solution, say, "The best option is." If someone asks what to do now, say, "The next step is." This is how you stop rambling. This is how you stop hiding. This is how your English begins to stand up straight. Repeat this in your heart. My English is still growing, but my voice is not weak. Say it again. My English is still growing, but my voice is not weak. You do not need perfect English to speak with dignity. You need clear words. You need calm energy. You need respect for your own message. Because if you do not respect your own words, why should anyone else respect them? So today, stop sounding weak. Stop apologizing for every sentence. Stop speaking like a scared student, waiting to be corrected. Start speaking like a learner who is building power. Start speaking like someone whose ideas matter. Start speaking like someone who is not fluent yet, but is no longer afraid of being heard. But remember this: weak English does not begin in the mouth. It begins in the mind. Before your words become strong, your brain must become calm. Because when nervousness controls your brain, it will destroy your voice. So in the next chapter, we will control the storm inside your speaking brain. Chapter 2. Control your speaking brain. Let me tell you something harsh, and I want you to hear it without running away. Your English does not become weak only because you do not know enough words. Your English becomes weak because your brain loses control the moment pressure enters the room. You may know the sentence. You may understand the question. You may have the answer inside your mind. But when someone looks at you and says, "What do you think?" suddenly your heart becomes fast. Your mouth becomes dry. Your grammar runs away. And your brain starts behaving like a scared animal. Then you blame your English. No, the real problem is deeper. Your nervous system took the microphone before your knowledge could speak. This is why so many English learners suffer. Alone, they can speak. In their room, they can practice. While watching videos, they understand everything. But in front of people, their English collapses. They say, "Teacher, I know English, but I cannot speak." No, my friend, you can speak, but you cannot speak under pressure yet. That is the difference. And if you want to speak like a CEO, you must stop training only words and start training your brain. Because a CEO-style speaker does not panic every time attention comes. A CEO-style speaker does not throw words everywhere like a frightened child. A CEO-style speaker pauses, breathes, chooses one clear idea, and then speaks. You must understand this today. Nervousness is not proof that you are weak. Nervousness is proof that your brain thinks speaking English is dangerous. Your brain says, "People are watching. Be careful. Do not make mistakes. Do not look foolish. Do not say the wrong word." And because your brain is trying to protect you, it actually destroys your speaking. It makes you overthink. It makes you translate. It makes you speak too fast. It makes you say sorry before every sentence. It makes you laugh nervously. It makes you hide your real opinion. And then after the conversation is finished, you punish yourself. You say, "Why did I speak like that? I knew the answer." Yes, you knew the answer, but you did not control the pressure. So today, you are going to learn the CEO Calm formula. It is simple, but if you use it seriously, it can change your speaking. The formula is pause, breathe, point, continue. Do not disrespect this formula because it looks simple. Simple things are powerful when weak people finally use them with discipline. First, pause. Just 1 second. Do not jump like a scared student. Do not attack the sentence before your brain is ready. Second, breathe. One calm breath tells your brain, "I am safe. I am in control." Third, point. Say your main idea first, not the background, not the excuse, not 10 broken sentences, just the point. Fourth, continue. Give one clear reason and stop. Let us take a real example. Someone asks you, "What do you think about this idea?" A nervous learner says, I think maybe it is good, but I don't know. Maybe we can try, but also maybe there is a problem." Stop. That sentence is not communication. That is panic wearing English clothes. A stronger answer is, "My point is simple. This idea is useful, but it needs a clear plan. Look at the difference. The grammar is not complicated. The vocabulary is not advanced, but the control is strong. And control is what makes simple English sound powerful." Another example. Someone asks, "Can you explain your problem?" A weak answer is, "Actually, I don't know how to say, 'Sorry, my English is not good, but I have problem.'" No. You are killing your own confidence before the listener even understands you. Say this instead. Let me explain it clearly. The main problem is time. I need more practice every day. That is not difficult English. That is controlled English. And controlled English sounds stronger than messy, advanced English. Now let us talk about social anxiety, because this is where many learners are bleeding silently. When people look at you, you think they are judging you. You think they are waiting for your mistake. You think every eye is a knife, but listen carefully. Attention is not always attack. Sometimes people are not judging you. They are simply waiting for your message. But because you believe they are judging you, your body reacts like you are in danger. Your shoulders tighten. Your voice becomes small. Your eyes fall down. Your sentence breaks. You must change the meaning of attention in your brain. When people look at you, Do not say inside, "They are judging me." Say, "They are waiting for my message." That one thought can save your voice. And stop worshiping speed. Many learners think fast English means fluent English. Wrong. Sometimes fast English is only fear running away. You speak fast because you want the pain to finish quickly. You rush because silence feels dangerous. You throw words out because you do not want people to notice that you are nervous. But the truth is cruel. Rushing makes you sound more nervous, not more fluent. A calm pause makes you sound controlled. A clear sentence makes you sound intelligent. A slow answer makes people feel that you are thinking, not panicking. A nervous beginner speaks to escape. A calm leader speaks to be understood. Remember this line. Write it down. Say it daily. Because this is the difference between weak speaking and powerful speaking. Weak speakers want to finish. Strong speakers want to be clear. Weak speakers fear silence. Strong speakers use silence. Weak speakers chase approval. Strong speakers deliver meaning. Now here is your practice drill. Do not just listen and feel motivated for 5 minutes. Motivation without practice is entertainment. Stand in front of a mirror. Keep your back straight. Look at your own eyes. Pause for 1 second before every sentence. Then say slowly, "I do not rush." Pause. "I do not beg." Pause. "I pause before I speak." Pause. "My words have value." Pause. "I speak one clear idea." Do this every day. Not once. Not when you feel inspired. Every day. Because confidence is not magic. Confidence is repetition with pressure. Then ask yourself one question. Why am I learning English? Use the formula. Pause. Breathe. Point. Continue. Say, "My point is simple. I am learning English because I want confidence, opportunity, and a stronger future." That is CEO-style English for learners. Simple, direct, powerful. From today, when pressure comes, do not collapse, do not apologize, do not run. Pause, breathe, say the point, continue. Your brain will try to pull you back into fear, but you must train it like a leader. Because if you cannot control your brain, your words will always sound like they belong to fear. Now that your brain is calmer, we must clean your words. Because some English words are secretly making you sound weak before your message even begins. Chapter 3. Kill nervous English words. Listen carefully, because this chapter can change the way people hear you. Some of you are studying English every day, but your own words are destroying your confidence. You are not losing respect because your grammar is always wrong. You are losing respect because your sentence begins with fear. Before you even share your idea, you weaken it. Before people even understand your message, you damage it with nervous words. You say, "Maybe." You say, "I think, maybe." You say, "Sorry, my English is not good." You say, "Can I say something?" And then you wonder why your English does not sound powerful. My dear learner, your mouth is not only speaking English, your mouth is showing your self-respect. Today, we are going to remove the words that make you sound small. Not because these words are always grammatically wrong. No, some of them are normal English words. But when you use them from fear, they become poison. The word maybe is not evil. The phrase I think is not always wrong. The word sorry is not bad when you truly make a mistake. But when you use these words again and again, because you are afraid of judgment, they make your English sound weak, unsure, and nervous. And if you want to speak like a CEO, you must stop giving your fear a microphone. Let us start with the most common weak sentence. Sorry, my English is not good. Stop saying this before you speak. I know you think it sounds polite. I know you think people will become kind if you say it. But what you are really doing is lowering their expectations before your message begins. You are telling them, please do not take me seriously. I already know I am weak. Why would you do that to yourself? Instead, say, let me explain it simply. Feel the difference. Sorry, my English is not good, sounds ashamed. Let me explain it simply sounds calm, clear, and controlled. Now look at another weak sentence. Maybe I am wrong. Why are you starting with defeat? If you are not sure, you can speak with honesty, but do not throw your confidence into the dust. Say, here is my honest opinion. That sentence is simple. Any beginner can learn it, but it sounds stronger because it does not beg for approval. It says, I have a thought, and I will share it clearly. You are not pretending to know everything. You are simply standing behind your words. Another dangerous habit is saying, I think maybe this is good. This sentence is drowning in fear. First you say I think, then you add maybe. Then you say this is good, like you are scared of your own opinion. Say this instead. This is a good option because. Now your sentence has direction. Now your idea has a backbone. And when you add because, your listener understands your reason. This is how strong speakers talk. They do not just throw opinions, they give a point and a reason. Stop saying, can I say something? You are not a criminal asking permission to breathe. Say, I want to add one important point. This is still respectful, but it has weight. It tells people your voice has a purpose. In a meeting, in a class, in an interview, in a group discussion, this one sentence can change your energy. Can I say something? Sounds like you are asking to enter the room. I want to add one important point. Sounds like you already belong in the room. Now let us talk about just. Many learners destroy their sentence with this tiny word. I just want to ask. I just want to say. I just think. Why are you making your message smaller? Say, I have one question. Say, I want to say something important. Say, my point is simple. Remove just when it comes from fear. Your question does not need to crawl. Your idea does not need to whisper. Your words can stand. Another weak phrase is, I don't know how to say it. Sometimes you really need time. That is okay. But do not collapse. Do not panic. Do not announce your weakness like a breaking news report. Say, give me one moment. I will explain it clearly. This sentence gives your brain time and protects your confidence. It tells the listener, I am thinking, not failing. That is powerful. Because sometimes the difference between weak English and strong English is only one calm sentence. Here are CEO-style sentence starters you must practice every day. Number 1. My point is. Number 2. The main problem is. Number 3. The best option is. Number 4. The next step is. Number 5. I suggest. Number 6. The reason is simple. Number 7. Let me explain clearly. These are not difficult. These are not advanced. But they organize your mind. When you use these sentence starters, your English immediately sounds more direct and more mature. Let us practice. If someone asks, what do you think? Do not say, maybe I think it is okay. Say, my point is simple. This can work if we have a clear plan. If someone asks, what is the problem? Do not say, actually, I don't know, maybe time. Say, the main problem is time. We need a better schedule. If someone asks, what should we do next? Do not say, maybe we can try something. Say, the next step is to practice every day for 10 minutes. Simple English, strong sound, clear message. Now I want you to understand the psychology. People often judge your confidence before they judge your grammar. That may feel unfair, but it is real. If your first words are full of fear, people feel fear. If your first words are clear, people feel control. If you apologize before every sentence, people start listening to your apology instead of your idea. Stop decorating your sentence with fear. Say the point, say it clearly, and stop apologizing for having a voice. This does not mean you should become rude. Never confuse confidence with bad manners. A strong speaker can be polite. A strong speaker can be kind. A strong speaker can admit mistakes. But a strong speaker does not attack their own voice before others even hear it. You can say, I may need one moment to explain. You can say, let me try again. You can say, I want to make my point clearer. These sentences are respectful, but they do not sound broken. Your homework is simple. For the next 7 days, choose one weak phrase and remove it. On day 1, remove maybe. On day 2, remove sorry when you did nothing wrong. On day 3, remove just. On day 4, remove I don't know and replace it with give me one moment. On day 5, remove can I say something and replace it with I want to add one point. On day 6, remove I think maybe and replace it with my view is. On day 7, speak for 1 minute using only strong sentence starters. Your English will not become CEO style because you watched one video. It will become CEO style when you stop feeding your fear every day. Weak words are habits. Strong words must become habits too. So train them, repeat them, use them. Even if your voice shakes, use them. Even if your grammar is simple, use them. Even if you feel nervous, use them. Now your words are stronger. But strong words without structure still become confusion. So next, you must learn how to speak in CEO headlines. Chapter 4. Speak in CEO headlines. Now listen carefully because this chapter is where your English stops walking in circles and starts walking like a leader. Many English learners do not sound weak because they know nothing. They sound weak because their answer has no structure. They start speaking before they know where the sentence is going. They begin with actually. Then they add maybe. Then they give a long background. Then they apologize. Then they explain something nobody asked for. And after 1 full minute, the listener is still thinking, "What is your point?" That is not powerful English. That is messy thinking coming out through your mouth. If you want to speak like a CEO, you must learn one serious habit. Say the headline first. Do not hide your main point under 10 weak sentences. Do not make people dig through your confusion to find your idea. A CEO does not enter a meeting and say, "Actually, I was thinking, and maybe because there are many situations. And also some people said something, so maybe we can." No. A CEO says, "The main problem is time. The best solution is a smaller plan. The next step is to start today." Simple, clear, direct, useful. This is what I call speaking in CEO headlines. A headline is the main idea. It tells people what matters immediately. When you read a news headline, you understand the important point first. CEO-style speaking works the same way. Your first sentence should not be a fog. Your first sentence should be a light, to me. It should tell the listener, "This is where we are going. Here is your main formula. Point, reason, action. Remember it. Practice it. Use it until it becomes automatic." First, say the point. Second, give the reason. Third, say the action. This formula is simple enough for beginners, but powerful enough for meetings, interviews, online calls, classroom discussions, and daily conversations. Let us use an example. Someone asks you, "Do you agree with this plan?" A weak learner says, "Actually, I think maybe it is okay, but I am not sure, because there are many things, and maybe we should think more." Stop. That answer is tired before it is finished. A CEO-style answer is, "I agree with this plan. It can work because it is simple and realistic." The next step is to test it for 1 week. Look at that. The English is not difficult, but the structure is strong. The listener understands your idea, your reason, and your next action. Now let us break it down. Point means your main idea. Say it first, not later, not after a long story. First, I agree, I disagree. The main problem is time. The best option is this. My suggestion is simple. These sentence starters make your English sound organized immediately. Reason means why your point matters. Do not just throw an opinion and run away. Give one clear reason. Because it saves time. Because it is easier for beginners. Because it reduces confusion. because we need better results. One reason is enough in the beginning. You are not writing a book. You are speaking clearly. Action means what should happen next. This is where your English becomes leadership English. Weak speakers only describe problems. Strong speakers move things forward. Say, the next step is. Say, we should start with. Say, let's test it today. Say, I will prepare it by tomorrow. When you add action, people feel that your words have direction. Here is another formula. Answer 2 reasons, stop. This is very useful when someone asks your opinion. You answer first, give 2 reasons, and then stop. Not explain forever. Not repeat the same point 6 times. Not bury the listener under your nervousness. Just answer 2 reasons, stop. Example: do you think English practice every day is important? CEO style answer: yes, it is important. First, daily practice builds confidence. Second, it trains your mouth to speak faster. That is why I support daily practice. Done. Stop. Do not add 10 extra weak lines. Silence after a strong answer is not empty. It is control. Now I want to hit a painful truth. If your answer needs 5 minutes before it becomes clear, your problem is not English. Your problem is messy thinking. You are not confusing people because English is too hard. You are confusing people because you are not choosing the main idea. And if you do not choose your main idea, your listener will not choose it for you. They will simply stop listening. Many learners speak to prove they know English. That is a big mistake. They try to use many words. They try to explain everything. They think longer answers sound smarter. No, long, unclear answers make you sound lost. CEO-style English is not about saying more. It is about making every sentence work. One clean sentence is better than 10 nervous sentences. One clear point is better than a river of weak words. Let us practice with real-life examples. In a meeting, instead of saying, I think maybe we need more time because there are many problems, say, the main issue is time. We need a clear deadline. The next step is to assign 1 person today. In an interview, instead of saying, I am hardworking and I think I can do this job maybe, say, my strength is consistency. I practice daily and I improve quickly. That is why I can handle this role. In daily life, instead of saying, maybe this one is better, I don't know, say, my opinion is simple. This option is better because it is easier. Let's choose it. Now repeat these sentence frames. My point is simple. The reason is clear. The next step is. These 3 lines can save you when your brain wants to panic. You do not need to search for perfect grammar. You need a clear road for your thought. The formula gives your brain that road. And remember this, do not be afraid to stop. Many learners destroy a good answer because they keep talking after the point is finished. They say something strong, then fear the silence, then add more words, then become unclear, then lose the power. Stop doing that. Say the point. Give the reason. Say the action. Then stop. Let your sentence stand. Let people think. Let silence carry weight. From today, when someone asks you a question, do not rush like a frightened beginner. Pause. Choose the headline. Say the point first. Then give the reason. Then give the action. This is how your English becomes clear. This is how your voice becomes respected. This is how you stop rambling and start leading. Now your message is clear. But clarity alone is not enough. If people do not feel your words, they will forget them. So next, we will add emotion, purpose, and connection. Chapter 5. Make people feel your message. Now listen carefully, because this chapter is where your English stops sounding dry and starts sounding alive. Many English learners think speaking means putting words together. They think, if my grammar is correct, people will listen. No. Correct grammar is not enough. A dead sentence can have correct grammar. A boring sentence can have correct grammar. A forgettable sentence can have correct grammar. Real communication is not only about words. Real communication is about meaning. It is about making the listener feel this person is saying something important. I should listen. A CEO-style speaker does not only give information. A CEO-style speaker gives direction, reason, energy, and emotional weight. When a strong speaker talks, people do not just hear words. They feel purpose. They feel urgency. They feel confidence. They feel that the message matters. That is what you must learn. Your English can be simple, but your message must not feel empty. Simple English with emotion is stronger than advanced English with no life inside it. Many learners speak like this. I want to improve English. Okay, that sentence is correct. But it has no fire. It has no reason. It does not make anyone feel anything. Now listen to this. I want to improve my English because I am tired of staying silent when I have something to say. Feel the difference. The second sentence is still simple, but now it has pain. It has a reason. It has a human heart inside it. That is the power of communication. This is why one word can change your speaking. Because. Do not ignore this word. It looks small, but it carries power. Because gives your sentence a reason. And when you give people a reason, they listen more seriously. Weak speakers say what they want. Strong speakers explain why it matters. Weak speakers say, we should practice. Strong speakers say, we should practice because confidence does not come from wishing. It comes from training. Weak speakers say, this is important. Strong speakers say, this is important because people judge your confidence before they understand your full story. Use because like a weapon against weak speaking. Say, I am learning English because I want better opportunities. Say, I practice speaking because I do not want fear to control my mouth. Say, I want to speak clearly because my ideas deserve respect. These sentences are not difficult. but they carry emotional force. They tell the listener that your words are not random. Your words have a reason behind them. Now let us talk about story. Many learners think stories are only for advanced speakers. Wrong. A simple story can make simple English unforgettable. You do not need a long story. You need a real story. You need one problem, one struggle, and one lesson. Remember this formula: problem, struggle, lesson. This is one of the easiest ways to make people feel your message. For example, you can say, "Before, I was afraid to speak English. When someone asked me a question, my mind became blank. But I learned one thing. I do not need perfect English. I need one clear sentence." That is simple English, but it feels real. It touches the listener because many learners know that pain. They have felt that blank mind. They have felt that shame. They have felt that nervous silence. When you speak from real experience, people connect with you. Another example: before, I used to say sorry before every English sentence. I thought it made me polite. But slowly, I realized I was teaching people to see me as weak. Now I say, "Let me explain it simply." And that one sentence gives me control. This is powerful because it teaches through a real emotional moment. You are not just giving advice. You are showing a transformation. But listen carefully. Emotion does not mean drama. Emotion does not mean shouting. Emotion does not mean fake excitement. Do not act like a cartoon. Do not scream to prove you are confident. Real confidence is controlled. Real emotion is focused. When a CEO speaks, the emotion has direction. The voice may rise when giving hope. The voice may slow down when giving serious truth. The pause may become longer before an important point. That is how you make people feel your message without looking fake. You must also learn audience connection. Do not speak like you are alone in the room. Speak to the listener's life. Speak to their pain. Speak to their fear. Speak to their dream. Say, "Maybe this happens to you too." Say, "You may feel this problem every day." Say, "You are not alone." Say, "Many English learners face the same fear." These lines pull people closer. They make the listener feel seen. And when people feel seen, they keep listening. For example, do not only say, "Speaking English is difficult." Say, "Maybe this happens to you too." You understand English videos, you know many words, but when someone asks you a simple question, your mouth suddenly becomes weak. Now the viewer feels, "Yes, this is me." That is connection. That is the difference between teaching and touching the heart. Here is the painful truth. Information without emotion is just noise. You can give people 10 tips, 20 rules, and 50 phrases, but if they do not feel the reason behind them, they will forget them. A powerful speaker does not only explain, sitting out of. A powerful speaker makes people care. That is why your English must carry meaning. Do not speak like a machine giving data. Speak like a human giving direction. Let us practice. Take this simple sentence. I need confidence. Now add because. I need confidence because I am tired of hiding my voice. Now add audience connection. Maybe you feel this too. You know the answer, but fear stops your mouth. Now add a lesson. So today, we do not wait for confidence. We train it. Look at that. One simple idea became powerful because it now has reason, emotion, and connection. Here is another practice sentence. I want to speak better English. Add reason. I want to speak better English because I want people to understand my ideas clearly. Add pain. I do not want to sit silently while others speak. Add lesson. So I will practice one clear sentence every day. This is CEO-style English for learners. Clear, emotional, practical, strong. From today, do not speak empty sentences. Put a reason inside your words. Put purpose inside your voice. Put a lesson inside your story. When you say something, ask yourself, why does this matter? Why should the listener care? What feeling do I want to create? Do I want them to feel hope, urgency, confidence, seriousness, or action? Choose the feeling, then speak with that energy. And remember this. People may forget your exact sentence, but they will remember the feeling your sentence created. They may forget your grammar, but they will remember your courage. They may forget your vocabulary, but they will remember that your words had meaning. That is why your English must not only be correct, it must be alive. Now your words have clarity and emotion. But life will not always give you easy questions. Sometimes people will put you on the spot. Sometimes someone will suddenly ask, "What do you think?" And that is where most learners freeze. So next, we will train you to answer pressure without freezing. Chapter 6. Answer pressure without freezing. There is a moment every English learner knows. Someone suddenly asks you a question. Not a difficult question. Not a university-level question. Just a normal question. What do you think? Can you explain this? Why do you want this job? Tell me about yourself. And suddenly, your brain becomes silent. Your mouth opens, but nothing strong comes out. Your heart starts running. Your tongue becomes heavy. You know something, but you cannot say it. You are not empty. You are not stupid. You are not useless. But in that moment, pressure grabs your English by the throat. This is the chapter where we stop that nonsense. You do not freeze because you have no English. You freeze because you have no speaking system. Your brain is not a dustbin where you throw random words and hope a sentence comes out. Your brain needs a road. When pressure comes, your brain needs a formula. Without a formula, your mind runs in 10 directions. You think about grammar, pronunciation, accent, mistakes, people's faces, your past embarrassment, and what they will think about you. And while your brain is fighting all of that, your mouth gives up. So today, you will learn 3 pressure formulas. These formulas are simple, but do not disrespect them. Simple formulas save you when your confidence is shaking. A CEO-style speaker does not wait for perfect feelings. A CEO-style speaker uses structure even when pressure is high. The first formula is 1 point, 2 reasons, 1 action. This is for opinion questions. When someone asks, "What do you think?" you do not start with fear. You do not say, "Actually, maybe, I don't know, I think." No. You give 1 point, 2 reasons, and 1 action. For example, if someone asks, "Is daily English practice important?" you say, "My point is simple. Daily English practice is important. First, it trains your mouth. Second, it builds confidence. The next action is to speak for 5 minutes every day." Look at that answer. Simple English. Clear structure. No panic, no begging, no useless apology. Now let us use this formula in your real life. Someone asks, "Do you think this plan is good?" You answer, "My point is simple. This plan can work. First, it is easy to start. Second, it does not need too much time. The next action is to test it for 1 week. This is how you speak under pressure. You do not explain the whole history of the world. You give the point. You give 2 reasons. You give 1 action. Then, you stop like a person with control. The second formula is past, present, future. This is powerful when someone asks about your journey, your goals, your experience, or your improvement. Many learners fail these questions because they start telling everything. They jump from childhood to yesterday, to grammar problems, to their teacher, to YouTube videos. Stop. Use past, present, future. If someone asks, "Tell me about your English journey," say, "In the past, I was afraid to speak English. Now I practice simple sentences every day. In the future, I want to speak clearly in real conversations." That answer is clean. It has a beginning, middle, and direction. It does not sound confused. It sounds human. It sounds honest. It sounds controlled. You can use this in interviews too. If someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," you can say, "In the past, I focused on learning and building my skills. Now, I am improving my communication and confidence. In the future, I want to grow, take responsibility, and give strong results." Again, this is not difficult English, but it sounds mature because the structure is mature. The third formula is problem, solution, result. This is for questions about challenges, plans, improvement, and decisions. Weak speakers talk only about problems. Strong speakers show the solution and the result. If you only say, "My problem is nervousness," that is incomplete. Say, "My problem is nervousness. My solution is daily speaking practice." The result I want is calm and confident English. Let us practice. Question: what is your biggest English problem? Answer: my biggest problem is speaking under pressure. My solution is to use simple speaking formulas. The result I want is to answer clearly without freezing. This answer is powerful because it does not cry inside the problem. It moves forward. That is CEO-style communication. You do not only describe pain, you show direction. Now let us take meeting practice. Someone asks, "What do you think about this plan?" Do not melt. Do not disappear. Do not start with, "I am not sure." Say, "My point is simple. This plan can work, but it needs a clear deadline." First, the team needs direction. Second, we need to avoid delay. The next action is to choose one responsible person today. This answer makes you sound organized. It makes you sound serious. It makes you sound like you are not just speaking to fill air. You are speaking to move things forward. Now interview practice. Someone asks, "Why should we choose you?" A weak learner says, "Because I am hardworking and I really need this job, and I will try my best." That is not enough. Everyone says that. Say this instead: "You should choose me because I am consistent and ready to learn. First, I improve through daily practice. Second, I do not run away from responsibility. My next action will be to understand the work clearly and give my best." That answer has confidence. It has structure. It has maturity. It does not sound like begging. It sounds like value. Now let us talk about social anxiety, because pressure is not only about language. Pressure is also about the body. When someone asks you a question, your mind may think, "They are attacking me. They are testing me. They are waiting for my mistake." Stop thinking like that. A question is not always an attack. Sometimes a question is simply a door. It is a chance to show one clear idea. Do not treat every listener like an enemy. Treat the moment like practice. And when your brain needs time, do not panic. Use strong time-buying sentences. Say, "Give me 1 second." Say, "Let me answer this clearly." Say, "My answer is simple." Say, "I will explain it in 3 parts." These sentences are gold. They give your brain time without making you sound weak. They tell people you are thinking, not collapsing. Here is the truth you must accept. If you have no framework, pressure will own your mouth. If you have a framework, you own the pressure. The difference between freezing and speaking is not always vocabulary. Sometimes it is only structure. 1 point, 2 reasons, 1 action. Past, present, future. Problem, solution, result. These 3 formulas can rescue you in meetings, interviews, exams, online calls, and daily conversations. But do not just understand them. Train them. Understanding is cheap. Practice is expensive. And most learners stay weak because they understand everything but practice nothing. Every day, ask yourself one sudden question and answer with one formula. Do it while walking. Do it in front of a mirror. Do it while recording your voice. Do it until pressure stops feeling like danger and starts feeling like a challenge. Now you can answer pressure with structure. But if you do not train this daily, it will stay only as information. In the final chapter, we will turn this into a daily CEO English routine. Chapter 7: Become the Calm Leader. This is the final chapter, and this is where many learners either change their life or go back to the same weak routine. Be honest with yourself. You have watched many English videos. You have saved many tips. You have heard many teachers say, practice daily. But what happens after the video ends? Most learners close the video, feel motivated for 10 minutes, and then return to silence. They wait for confidence, like confidence is going to knock on the door and say, "Hello, I am here. Now you can speak English." No. That will not happen. Confidence does not visit lazy people. Confidence comes to the learner who trains, even when the voice shakes. If you want to speak like a CEO in English, you can not only learn phrases, you can not only listen to advice, you can not only say, "One day I will speak confidently." That one day is a trap. That one day has destroyed too many dreams. You must train your mouth today. You must train your brain today. You must train your body today. Because the person who speaks powerfully tomorrow is the person who practices when nobody is clapping today. So now I am giving you a simple 7-minute CEO English routine. Do not laugh at 7 minutes. Do not say, only 7 minutes. Most learners cannot even give 7 serious minutes to their own future. They can scroll for 1 hour, complain for 1 hour, overthink for 1 hour, but they cannot stand in front of a mirror for 7 minutes and train their voice. If that is you, then do not complain that your English is weak. Your English is weak because your practice is weak. Your confidence is weak because your discipline is weak. This routine is simple, but it is not soft. If you do it daily, it will start changing how you speak, how you pause, how you answer, and how you carry yourself. Minute 1 is calm voice. Before you speak like a leader, your voice must stop running like fear is chasing it. Stand or sit straight. Take 1 slow breath. Then, say these sentences slowly. I speak clearly. Pause. I speak calmly. Pause. I do not rush. Pause. My voice has value. Do not say them like dead words. Say them like you are training your nervous system. Your brain must learn that speaking English is not danger. Speaking English is practice. Speaking English is growth. Speaking English is your right. Minute 2 is strong openings. Weak speakers lose power in the first 3 words. They begin with, maybe, sorry, actually, I don't know, and then their confidence is already broken. You will not do that anymore. You will practice strong openings. My point is, the main problem is, the best option is, the next step is. The reason is simple. Repeat them again and again. These lines are small keys, but they open big doors. When your brain freezes, these openings give your mind a road. You do not need to search in panic. You start with a strong opening, and your sentence begins to stand up. Minute 3 is weak word detox. Every day, choose one weak phrase and remove it from your speaking. One day, remove maybe. Another day, remove sorry when you did nothing wrong. Another day, remove just. Another day, remove I don't know and replace it with give me one moment. Another day, remove can I say something and replace it with I want to add one important point. This is how you clean your English, not by crying about your mistakes, but by replacing weak habits with strong ones. Do not only learn new words, remove the words that make you sound afraid. Minute 4 is CEO headline practice. Use the formula you learned. Point, reason, action. Take one simple question and answer it like a clear speaker. For example, ask yourself, why is daily English practice important? Then, answer. My point is simple. Daily English practice is important because it builds confidence. The next step is to speak for 5 minutes today. That is a strong answer. It has a point. It has a reason. It has action. This is how you stop rambling. This is how you stop drowning in your own explanation. You say the headline first, then the reason, then the next step. Minute 5 is pressure practice. This is the part most learners avoid, and that is exactly why they stay nervous. You must practice sudden questions. Ask yourself one question without preparing too much. Why are you learning English? What is your biggest weakness? What do you want in the future? What is one problem you want to solve? Then, answer using one formula. Use 1 point, 2 reasons, 1 action, or use past, present, future, or use problem, solution, result. Do not try to be perfect. Try to stay calm. Pressure practice teaches your brain, I can answer even when I am not fully ready. That is real confidence. Minute 6 is mirror meeting. Look in the mirror and act like you are in a meeting. Do not smile nervously. Do not look down. Do not move like your body is begging for escape. Look at yourself and say, I want to add one important point. The main issue is. Here is my suggestion. The next step should be, what do you think? This is not acting. This is training. Your mirror is your first meeting room. Your reflection is your first audience. If you cannot look at yourself and speak with respect, how will you look at others and speak with confidence? Minute 7 is calm ending. End your practice by building your identity. Say, my English is still growing, but my voice is not weak. Say, I speak one clear idea at a time. Say, I am becoming a confident English speaker. Do not say these lines like empty motivation. Say them like a decision. Because the old version of you is waiting outside this routine. The old version wants to say, I am not ready. The old version wants to hide. The old version wants to watch one more video and practice later. You must answer that old version with action. Now, let us talk about body language, because your body can destroy what your words are trying to build. If your words say confidence but your body says fear, people will believe your body. Sit straight. Stand straight. Keep your hands visible. Do not hide your hands under the table like a guilty person. Do not touch your face again and again. Do not shake your legs like your confidence is leaking through your feet. Use your hands slowly when you explain. Look forward. Pause before speaking. Keep your shoulders open. Your body must tell the same story as your words. I am calm. I am clear. I am here. And please understand this deeply. Speaking like a CEO is not about being loud. It is not about looking rich. It is not about using difficult English. It is about control. Control of your voice. Control of your first sentence. Control of your fear. Control of your message. Control of your silence. A weak speaker is controlled by the room. A strong speaker controls himself inside the room. That is the difference. Nobody is coming to remove your nervousness for you. Nobody is coming to give you a perfect accent. Nobody is coming to put confidence inside your mouth while you sit silently. You must build it. You must repeat. You must record yourself. You must speak in the mirror. You must answer sudden questions. You must remove weak words. You must speak one clear idea every day. If you do not practice, do not expect power. If you do not train, do not expect transformation. But if you do practice, something beautiful will happen. Slowly, you will stop rushing. Slowly, you will stop apologizing. Slowly, you will stop saying maybe before every idea. Slowly, your voice will become calmer. Your sentences will become cleaner. Your brain will stop running away from pressure. You will still make mistakes, yes. You will still forget words sometimes, yes. But you will not collapse. You will not disappear. You will not treat your English like a shameful secret. You will speak like a learner who respects his own voice. By the end of this journey, I want you to remember one thing. Your English does not need to be perfect to be powerful. Your vocabulary does not need to be huge to be respected. Your accent does not need to disappear before you can speak with confidence. You need clarity. You need structure. You need calmness. You need daily practice. And above all, you need to stop treating your own voice like it is weak. Now here is your action. Today, after this video, do the 7-minute CEO English routine. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not wait for a better mood. Do not wait until you feel ready. Practice today. Then come back and write in the comments. I will speak with confidence. I want to see that line from you because that line is not only a comment, it is a promise to yourself. If this video helped you, like this video, share it with another English learner who feels nervous while speaking, and subscribe to Bookish English for more powerful English lessons, stories, and speaking practice. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep building the voice of a confident speaker. Thanks for watching this video.